Hello, welcome to another session of Learn with Veer Sagar. People have been asking me, okay, you're telling us so many things about how to run, but the most fundamental thing for a company is increase in profit. How do we increase profit? Of course, the easiest way, is to say, okay, increase your revenue or reduce your cost. But that I think is a oversimplification. If it was so easy to increase revenue or reduce cost, then they wouldn't be asking me this question. But I have a third option, and that is optimize resources. And over the next couple of sessions, I'm going to explore this option of optimizing resources. But first, let's look at what everybody wants to do is to reduce cost. The standard, most popular way of reducing costs is to reduce manpower, especially if you are in the West. But India is not that easy, but you still do reduce manpower. And second one is reduce traveling. Reduce expenses, which are the soft targets, are traveling, telephone calls, and that kind of stuff. I remember in a company where I used to work earlier, when they wanted to reduce cost, they went after telephone calls. Because in those days, telephone call was expensive. And if you wanted to make an interstate call, what in those days was known as an SDT call, right? Then you had to write out fill up a full form saying what number, who is it that you want to talk to, and why do you want to talk to, and your departmental head had to approve it before you could make that call. Of course, today telephone calls are much cheaper, so nobody really tries to control telephone calls. And with talking on WhatsApp, there is no question of controlling costs. They are automatically controlled. But travel cost is still, again, a popular target. One is you put an end ban on traveling, but where you can't, say particularly about the sales, then you sort of downgrade your traveling. Those that were entitled to travel first class will travel business, those who were doing business will travel economy, and those who were traveling by economy will take a bullock cart to get where you want to go. To me, that is a very, very counterproductive argument. I was traveling with a very senior IT professional, head of a company, big company, and we both at the counter. And then I saw him moving away and I said, hey, where are you going? Business class is this side. He says, no, I'm not traveling business class. I travel economy. That was a bit of a shock. We are both going to New York. My company is much smaller than his. His was a very large company, very profitable company. But here he was the CEO who's saying he's traveling economy class. After we checked in, we met at the bar, and or actually over a cup of coffee, and I asked him, why do you travel economy? He said, that's cost saving. I said, that's not cost saving. Right? That is actually counterproductive, because when you go from here, you will reach New York at about 4 o'clock. What will you do? You will rest, because you will be half dead, sitting up and for about 18 hours, right? And being very uncomfortable, cramped up, you'll be half dead. So you'll probably be either go off to sleep or rest. And the next day, you will start work if you are fully fit. Whereas when I land, we both land at the same time, I'll go to the hotel, have a shower, and go out for my first meeting. And when I go to the meeting, I'm fresh and sharp. I know what I want to do. And I actually use the first evening productively. For me, the cost of time, my time, what you are doing in your calculation is calculating the fare, right, difference and saying, oh, I am saving so many thousand rupees by making the sacrifice for the company and traveling in economy class. You don't value your time. You put your value of your time as zero. To me, this saving of fare is immaterial. I put a value of my time. To me, the most expensive thing in my life is time. Because there's something I can neither create, nor borrow, nor take on loan, and I don't even know how much I have. So I have to make use of every minute that I have. So this is what I do. So I go straight into a meeting and I save time. I have gone to meetings, I have gone to US or even to London, gone from the airport to the meeting, from the meeting back to India, right? Because I had to do other things. But I traveled comfortably. I don't mind if you want to save cost to go down from a 5-star deluxe to a 5-star or a 5-star to 4-star, as long as, and I have a very strong view on this, I do not share a room. People used to suggest to me, okay, I've had this people suggesting to me, we are both traveling, right? And we are entitled to only this class of room, but if we share, then we can stay in a better hotel. I said, no, I don't share. I'm very clear. I live in my own room, in my own space, so that I can prepare, plan, do whatever I have to do. As long as the hotel is clean and I have an attached bathroom. You see, the amount of time I spent in the hotel room is very small. Get in late after dinner and after breakfast, you're out. So I don't see the value of staying in very expensive hotels. When I was traveling as a CEO, right, it was okay. When I was traveling as a loan manager, I was very fussy about where I stayed, because your status to your competition, to your customers, to your thing was based on where you are staying. If not by your rank, because a vice president in India is a senior guy, a vice president in the US is probably the starting point. A director in the US is not a very great post, but a director in UK is a very big post. A director in India is a very big post. So designations don't mean anything. So people find out where are you staying, and then when you see that you're staying in a good hotel, then they know, okay, you're a senior guy and you can carry your weight. Cost reduction to me is not a great idea. I have worked in companies where other expenses like flowers, the office used to have fresh flowers every week. The vice presidents had flowers in their offices. They all got cut out, no flowers. They used to get magazines and newspapers. They were all cut. So we're cutting out magazines, newspapers, that kind of thing. Entertainment. So these things actually demoralize the organization without creating profits. So from now onwards, I will pick up alternate methods, right, of making profit by utilizing your resources or by not wasting your resources. Till that time, it's Veer Sagar saying thank you very much and goodbye.